All right. So do we ever like agree on what a big top is?
Making my life hell, I think, right? Like, Pat is just gonna continue to ensure that we don't have a big top until my head explodes.
Okay. I'm
I
gonna get
I tried to
more of that.
push last night when Orchid was talking about the Sorry fan club. I just wanted to hear more about the Sorry.
Yeah, no, I think that is as good as any because the only real one I have is Ken Shamrock's amazing 9/11 tweet.
Yeah, people. Yeah, you say you posted the 9/11 tweet, the sorry fan club, and then there was what was it? Shit, I don't even know. Someone did it earlier in the week. I can't think which one it was. Oh, it was I don't know what a performative pick would even look like.
Oh, that's a really fucking good one, to be honest.
I had to
I
go
feel
look
like
into it.
I feel like I would love to make the sorry thing an actual big top, but the truth of it is, like, I'm going to have to read through months worth of Japanese text to actually, like,
Mhm.
compile things, and I did not have the time to do that between last night and today. But I would love
Oh,
to
but
make that next week if you wanted to if
Yeah,
you
I
wanna make
would
it.
love that. The
Well,
one you shared was
isn't
awesome.
next week 100?
I mean, I could wait till 2 weeks, no big it's even
weeks,
better
okay.
for me.
Oh my god, okay. I was gonna
I
leave
mean,
this I was gonna leave
I
this
already
opening
had
part in, but now
decided.
I'll have to edit out the spoilers, but I want that to be a surprise for
Okay.
episode 100.
Okay, well, edit this out too.
Oh, that's good shit. All right. I'm gonna edit all that out, and then I'll say
You are now tuned in to your number one radio station. Radio.
welcome to Violent People Radio, episode 99. I'm Dan Rice, home where I belong. I am joined, as always, by Orchid, who is also gone. Orchid, how's it going?
I'm good. Back from an incredible week of having sex with Dan at Universal Studios.
Don't talk about it. That's the big
All
top.
right.
It's like I want you to talk about it, but just in the right order.
Yeah. I will say, though, one thing that I really enjoyed about last week's podcast is that it really seemed like the most engaged Chris has been in at least 7 months. And at first I was taking that personal. It was like, oh, I'm not around. So, like, Chris is like happier. But then I realized it had nothing to do with anything besides the fact that you were not around and he was just really
Yeah.
appreciative
Yeah, it was-
to, yeah.
Oh, I
Like,
we can talk about last week's episode. I have a list. Chris, how you doing, bud?
oh, I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here with a guy with elite ball knowledge like Pat, Sweet Orchid, the big man Dan Rice, and me, the main man.
The main man.
Main man.
Speaking of Mr. Ball knowledge, Pat, how you been?
I'm doing all right. You guys remember when Chris's Twitter name was Mikra the Main Man?
We all remember that. It's funny. I do have a list, but the main thing is, Chris, you said at one point, not even to my own avail, and I don't know why, but I fucking love that. I was like, I'm going to use that more in my day-to-day conversation. Most of my anger is, of course, towards Sam. He just says a lot of ignorant shit. It's why he got fired in the first place. So I don't want to dwell on that too much. Pat, you did call Discovery Cove a big water park.
That's what it looks like.
That's not what. There's not like a water park. There's no slides or anything.
Dan, I'm just happy that you called out Sam.
Well, it's a good thing I called it a water park and not a fucking slide park then.
Well, when you, okay, all right. I feel like you're making it seem like I'm going down slides and shit, where I am swimming with majestic creatures. I formed a bond with a shark. His name was
Majestic
Matt Riddle.
creatures like Matt
No,
Riddle,
that's
Joe
what, yeah.
Gacy.
No, but I can't tell you, like, literally, guys, there were probably, I think they cap it at like 1,200 people, but like it's nowhere near that this day.
Man, that's a
There's
lot of piss you were swimming in, brother.
there's
Yeah.
probably, I don't know, 400 people max. Like, so it's really not that many people. And I'm getting food because that's one of the big things is there's free food and not free, you pay $1 million to get in there, but food and drinks the whole day. And I'm like, that looks like Matt Riddle. I'm like, oh, it is Matt Riddle. And then I was like, this guy looks like Joe Gacy. And then I'm like, oh, there's Priscilla Kelly and Zach Runs. I'm like, what is happening? Where am I?
Well, I guess like
And
that was the thing I was thinking. I was talking to my wife about it. Like, I feel like if you were a wrestler, like you're probably there 3 times a week, right?
I was
What the
wondering
fuck
if they
else you gotta
sold
do?
like they don't do like a season pass. I feel like a season pass would be like the way to go because like I said, free food and drinks, and you can upgrade to go from just beer and wine to just alcohol or liquor and mixed drinks. I can let you
Oh
guys know Matt
shit,
Riddle did upgrade and he got his money worth.
brother. Right.
Like he did not have to worry. But I looked at it, I'm like, I'd have to drink like 5 mixed drinks for it to be worth the price to upgrade. I don't really want to do that on a
Now,
Wednesday morning.
what happened that you carried your way into getting your
Oh,
money back?
good. Here's the deal. Everyone, if you go to Groupon and you put in Discovery Cove, you can buy a ticket cheaper than through the Discovery Cove website. But what they don't tell you is Discovery Cove doesn't honor the dolphin swim part. If they've already sold enough, because they only do so many dolphin swim in a day, if they've already sold all their dolphin swims, they just say, hey, that's not good. You just get it as a regular ticket. But it's more than a regular non-dolphin ticket through their main website. So I'm telling Groupon, why would I pay this extra money if I'm not swimming with the dolphin? I want to swim with the dolphin. Matt Riddle's swimming with the dolphin. Joe Gacy swam with the dolphin. I look like an idiot over here just swimming with sharks and stingrays.
So you got your money back because you were disappointed in the fact that you couldn't continue to participate in the oppression of ocean mammals.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
One time at this place, a dolphin died because like 2 dolphins jumped and like slammed each other in midair. It's terrible. It's terrible. Morally, probably a bad thing. Great time though. Food shockingly good. I tell people they should check it out. Also, if you go through Groupon and Groupon, you can get it refunded. That's a real good deal. So then I spent a total of, I don't know, I had like $30 in drinks, and that was the whole bill for the whole day of food and drinks and sitting in water. And oh, there's like monkeys and otters and birds and shit too.
Wow. What a time to be alive.
It's just great.
We're all having a blast.
Um, Next year we'll probably do the Violent People meetup in Orlando. It's a glorious town, not a hellhole with terrible traffic.
See, I was thinking Kissimmee, but
Yeah, there
Orlando
it is.
might work too.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. I mean, there's so much fun stuff to do there. It's all reasonably priced.
I still think about this must have been in 2003, and my family was down in Orlando, and I went to pick up. We had gotten like Domino's, like order out or whatever, and I went to go pick it up, and the most sunburned German tourist I've ever seen walks in and struggles to order off the menu. But I've never seen a person that red in my life. It's
I don't want to talk
it's
shit. I
something
got
I think about a
pretty
lot.
red.
I think about it a lot more now that I work outdoors. And I'm just kind of like, me, finding that guy so amusing doomed me to this current fate of, having a permanent t-shirt tan.
Here's a real me, showing my vulnerable side. Something that I had to start doing a few years ago is I have to sunburn my bald spot.
Aw. Do you mean apply suntan
Or not
lotion,
sunburn,
or do you
sorry,
mean
yeah, sorry. No, not sunburn, sorry, sunscreen. You're right. I did get sunburned on my bald spot, and then I learned like, oh man, that really
Aw.
hurts.
Aw.
I thought
Yeah.
you were saying I need to sunburn it intentionally to like get like the
Try to get it
base
the
thing.
same
Otherwise,
color as my hair.
so that you don't go out wearing a hat and then you come out and you've got like a milk white top of your head and the rest of your face is a different color.
But yeah. I was at Orlando. Orchid, why weren't you on the show?
Um, oh fucking Christ. This is the most boring answer on the planet. You really want me to answer?
I mean, yeah, you could
We
lie too. I don't know.
yeah, that's a good point. I work at a community college where people in leadership have really bad ideas and decide to implement them on staff uh, with like very limited time notice. And my job at the college is to try to tell leadership that's a really bad idea. It's going to have poor success outcomes, and you're going to infuriate the staff. So I communicated that upwards, and as usual, was told we're going to make staff work on the weekends and evenings on 2 days' notice. And I had to work on Thursday to track the success metrics of I'm not going to say what. And then since then, I have been applying for jobs like crazy because, girl, I have had enough. So that's why I was on. I could have just said I had to work, but I'm in a mood.
No, I get it. I'm gonna send this to the higher ups though, just so they can hear it.
Let's have a skip level. Can't wait.
All right. Well, we've both been gone for 2 weeks, and I know that I've watched tons of wrestling. And I assume you have too, Orchid?
I have watched less wrestling than I typically do. A good amount of wrestling. But the GWE really took a lot out of me. And like as soon as I got my ballot submitted, the last thing I wanted to do was watch wrestling. So I did go probably the longest I went in a few years without watching wrestling. I think 6 days. It would have been 7 if not like for just being really frustrated when I came home from work last Thursday, and then just being like, all right, let's throw on Collision or Dynamite. And what I will say is that while me and my wife were watching Dynamite, I promised her that I would devote 27 full minutes to the match that I know everybody's been waiting to hear me talk about, Sky Blue versus Jamie Hayter. And that was fully my plan. I did not have bullet points to talk about. I was gonna just, riff the whole thing. But because of last night's announcement for the match that I've been waiting my entire life for, Sky Blue versus Sorry, I'm gonna spare you all that and just say when that match happens, you probably aren't gonna want to listen to Violent People Radio that week because
Yeah, there's gonna be
this
a
is
lot of swears.
it's going to be about a 7.5 hour long podcast. We're going long, brothers. So yeah. Anyway, there are two shows that I wanted to talk about. I'll start first with the Marvelous 10th anniversary commemorative event from 5/5/2026. Now I watched this whole show, which was a much more gargantuan task than I planned on, and absolutely impacted some of the other wrestling watching I was planning on doing because it was a 4.5 hour long Marvel show, which kind of defeats the purpose of at least 60% of what makes Marvel is great, which is that the shows are short. But alas, for the 10th anniversary, that was not the case in the slightest. I watched the entire show. I'm not going to talk about every match. Some high level comments on a few matches. Senka versus Miyu Yamashita, pretty good match. Senka still has a while to go, a bit of a ways to go. My apologies. Before she's really like a player in the independent Joshi scene. But this was a pretty good example of what she's capable of when she gets a little bit more time. Good seeing Mayu Yamashita engaged still. So enjoyed that. Recommend going out of your way to watch it if you want to. There was a match with Aja Kong, Ai Huzan, Chigusa Nagayo, and a bunch of uh, juniors within Marvelous. Not a good match, but a fun match for it being a hot mess. I just really like seeing Chigusa try to wrestle in 2026. It's like Aja still has it. I don't know what Chigusa is doing out there, but it's just kind of enjoyable to see. And speaking of Chigusa Nagayo expressing bravery, gotta love her. Who else is brave enough to book Masha Slamovic in a show in 2026? So there's a pretty interesting hot mess of a Gaijin versus Haiku team. I wouldn't recommend, but just really hilarious seeing Masha just acting as if this was her last match because if she's going to get booked anywhere, she knows it's in Japan. So interesting from that perspective. Magenta versus Nightshade and Nyla Rose. Not a particularly interesting standout match, but I did enjoy it. I do remain tickled that to watch my favorite AEW talent, I have to watch Dean. So it's just good seeing Nyla wrestle again. I won't spoil anything. If you miss watching her work, you might enjoy bits of that. But there are two real highlights from the show. The first being Mio Momo, Mio Momono versus Mia Saria, which was a really fun little quick, fast-paced match. Absolutely recommended for anyone who's a Miyu truther. It's about as good of a performance as you can get from her. Kind of blended high speed with some good mat work in, I think, a sub 8-minute match. There's a tag after that was fine, but I think like if you're gonna go out of your way to see anything from that show, that's the match that I would absolutely see. And then the other match that I'll spend a little bit of time talking about is the main event, which was Sari versus Takumi Yara. Very fascinating match, not for good reasons. There are some things that are working against it just right from the jump. For starters, it again, as I've already mentioned, we've hit a 4-hour runtime before the bell even rings, and they're going over 20 minutes match. It's probably the last high profile match that Sari has left at this current stage outside of wrestling Saya Kamatani. Your miles may vary on that and a match against Takumi Iora, but the reality of it is that she's kind of just run through anyone who's an interesting matchup for her. So we're going back to the wall in a lot of areas. Compound that with the fact that we're talking about it being the biggest or highest attended Marvelous show that I've seen. I think the total attendance on this was 3,500. It's clear that they're working this match with the intent of producing an epic. And boy, did they try. And I will admit that it starts out pretty good. There's a lot of good limb targeting from Sari. Iora doesn't sell it consistently well, but if there is one thing that Sari is really good at from my perspective, it's projecting rage and frustration in ways that feel less controlled and significantly more reckless when it comes to striking and bumping. Really good example of that from her here. There are a few instances where the work just looks kind of gross in the best way possible, particularly on a top rope dragon screw. I also thought Ayora looked better than I've seen her in the first 2/3 of this match. There's a clear narrative structure to it, and that structure being if anyone is going to be able to anticipate what Sari's offense is, it's the person who's been tagging with her for the better part of a year. So just smart work. It's really kind of crescendos cutoffs from shine spots really well to build heat. Nothing overstays its welcome. I just really felt like for like the first 18 minutes or so of the match, I really felt like I was watching 7 minutes, and I felt really like locked in, like I was about to see something special. Then around the 19-minute mark, you get a fighting spirit spot that is just completely misplaced, completely unearned, absolutely poorly sold, and then it's just all downhill from there. Everything devolves into a hot mess. There's no real logic from one sequence or one move to the next. You also then end up getting to the point where for the closing stretch, Sari starts spamming Uranages again. And at this particular point, I'm just wondering if she's aware of the fact that there are other ways to build dramatic tension towards or near the pinfall of a match. And on top of that, when you go to the same well over and over again, it loses its effectiveness in the first place. So as soon as it starts happening, I already know this is not how this match is going to end. It takes me out pretty significantly. And I think worse than all of that is that the finish itself is pretty abrupt. It's almost like they completely forgot that they were pacing this match incredibly well for the first 2/3 of it. And it's just really unfortunate because until then they were just doing a really great job in terms of like building towards something special. I don't think I was particularly excited about this match, like going into it. For the first 2/3 of it, though, it did feel like it was exceeding my expectations. And then for the last third of it, it dipped well below the expectations I had going into the match. So a bit of a bummer. A lot of folks were saying that it was dog shit and overly self-indulgent. I think I would disagree with both of those statements, probably pretty vehemently. It's still a good match. it's just one of those matches where it felt like it could have been close to a match of the year contender for a while, and then it just crumbles upon itself back third. And yeah, I was really bummed by that. So yeah, that's that on the Marvelous show. Definitely recommend the Mio match. Probably recommend the Sorry match, especially if you're a fan of Marvelous, Senjo, like. But yeah, I don't. If you're not, I'm not going to force you to go out of your way to watch it. And it does raise a question for me, at least. Is just I think at this particular point, how much of our enthusiasm and the things that folks were saying about Sari being the best wrestler in the world were heavily dependent on the fact that she was wrestling Chihiro and Maiko in her first like 18 months back in Japan. So one of those things where like from my viewpoint, I think I kind of know where I land on Sari. It's it's an uphill battle for her to approach where Chihiro is in terms of being the standout performer in the Joshi independent scene. But yeah, I don't know. So if you're interested in that sort of landscape, check it out. I'm very curious to know your thoughts. The other show I want to talk about is a show that I've been putting off watching largely because of GWE. That I was just eager to finally get to, which is Loco Wrestling's No Ring No Masters 5 from 3/6/2026. Uh, this is a show that takes place in a bar. The bar specifically being the White Swan in Houston, Texas, which from the outside it looks as if a a VFW hole has just contracted HPV. From the inside, it looks like your average dive bar. If your average dive bar decided to inexplicably hang up photos of Marilyn Monroe that you would be able to purchase from Target. So just right off the bat, I'll just say I'm fucking vibing. Uh, Include the fact that it does seem as if the only remaining people in America who are drinking Four Loko have decided that this is their wrestling promotion. It very much to me feels like a Zona show, except with Four Loko. So I mean, I'm partying. I'm really committed to just watching a lot more from this promotion. It just really tickles me in all the right ways. Two standout matches from it.
So
First being,
you watched this
yeah,
whole show.
I did watch this whole show.
I'm really
It's an
excited
hour
to
and
hear.
45 minutes.
You need to tell me about the. I know a couple of us watched the main event, but I need to hear about the semi-main.
The semi-main, Marty Two Fly versus Su Young.
Yeah, I need to hear Su Young in 20-minute matches in 2026.
I can't fucking wait to tell you about that. I have never seen a Su Young match before in my life. This is my first time, and boy, oh boy, did I have a blast with this woman. She comes out to the match carrying a weed whacker, which does not look particularly powerful or strong, and then uses it to tickle Marty Two Fly's arm, just like as soon as the match commences. And from that point forward, like I'm fucking partying, I'm rolling. Because we're cooking with like a hot battery, like not gas, something significantly less warm than that. My viewpoint, though, the real highlight of this match is when Su Young takes a gusset plate to the underside of her ass cheek while Marty Two Fly has her in a pile driver position and then decides not to pile drive her. There is some of the worst bumping I've ever seen in my entire life in this match. It's bumping from two people who seem to care about each other's well-being. And the other highlight from this match is that there's an interesting wrinkle that when people are either getting heat or shine, two men in human-sized Four Loko costumes start handing the competitor both a can of Four Loko and gas station purchased packets of THC-infused honey. I can't say this was a good match, especially because it was 20 minutes long in a shitty bar in Houston. But what I can say, it is the most alive I've felt since my wedding night.
Shit!
That's my major thought on that. So yeah, could not recommend it enough, to be quite frank. What a promotion this is.
I feel bad that 2 years later she's still wearing the mask. Because 2 years ago she was wrestling in Vegas and a guy whipped a chair at her face full force and
she has like a huge
skull.
She has like a huge scar on her forehead from that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure. I did see the initial bump or like wound, and it did look pretty fucking gnarly. So yeah, I'm sure her face is damaged permanently from that, and I will have to go out of my way to watch that for next week. So yeah, good call, Pat. I might have to hit you up to see if you can remember who it was against. Do
It
you remember
was
who it was against?
Lazarus was the guy who did it,
Okay,
and Sonico was also in the match, and it was a tag match. There was a fourth person in it, whose name I don't remember.
okay. And it was in Vegas.
I'm looking it up right now.
All right. Well, while you're looking it up, I'll cue us up about the main.
Sonico and Su Young versus Alice Blair and Lazarus at Pride Style,
Perfect.
August 2024.
Awesome. I am on it. If there's one thing I love watching in wrestling, it's gruesome injuries. So yeah, I'm down. All right, and so I'm not the only one who watched the main event of this show, which was Mickey Knuckles versus the once and future king Nino Extrema. That was
Yeah, I
a fun
think me and
contest.
Pat both watched it. I don't know
I
about Chris.
watched it.
Hell yeah, what do y'all think?
Dan, you want to go first? Because I want to get to the part that is like, I don't think it'll make people's list of craziest things in the match, but it was genuinely the craziest thing I've seen in a wrestling match in a while. But I want to
There
see if either of you bring it up before I do.
well, there's so much. I'm like, is it when Mickey shoves broken light tubes up Nino's ass? Because that didn't seem
Nope.
that bad. There's a lot of ass-based and vagina-based offense in this match.
I
Like,
mean,
I
I
don't
remember when Mickey Knuckles first arose as a topic of discussion when I was on this podcast, and we had to explain it to someone. It's like, look, if you don't like half of the match being about assholes or pussies, you're not going to like a Mickey Knuckles match.
I
And
mean,
here I am regretting not putting her on my GWE after this match.
you gotta tell me which spot you're talking about, because maybe I blinked,
It's
missed
when
it.
he like throws her through. I can't remember if he kicks her or if he Irish whips her into a door, and the door immediately gives
Yeah.
way, and she just
Yeah,
falls backwards and smashes her head off the ground.
yeah. That looked like
And
something
like
from, like, a
you can
sitcom.
see on her face, she's like, that wasn't like like I took that bump on my shoulders. That was like, I think I have a concussion.
Well, that's
You,
part of the Mickey appeal too, is, like, she'll do a spot where she's, like, putting a light tube on her ass and then breaking it over the guy's face, which is, like, silly, haha, and then she does something that, like, looks like I mean, that not looks like, that sends her to hospital. I'm gonna tell you, as a Facebook friend of Mickey Knuckles, she spends a lot of time in hospitals. Like, a
what an
lot.
angel. What an I love this one. I need to do a deep dive on Mickey really bad. Well, I'm glad we're all on the same page that like was really standing out about this match is the amount of just pure sexual assault that happens in it. My favorite bit of it, outside of the obvious, which I'm sure we'll get to, is there's one moment in the match where like she has Nino against a brick wall on the outside, and someone screams at her, but he's just a boy, and then he says, does he have hair on his balls? And then immediately just like chops him in the groin. I'm just, what a fucking woman, man. I mean, they're not making him like Mickey Knuckles anymore. The downfall of
She chops that same brick wall too, like,
yeah,
she misses
she
a chop and then
does
just slaps the shit out of a brick wall with her hand, and I'm just like, "Mickey, what are we doing?"
everything right is the answer to that
Oh.
question.
We also have to talk about the fucking suplex she does to end the match, or not end the match, but right near
Start?
the end of the match.
Oh,
No,
okay.
on the stage, that little
Yeah.
like stage that's 6 inches off the ground,
hmm
and that looked for all the world like, okay, he's got a spinal injury. I watched that with the same horror, not quite the same horror, but close to the horror of Masada dropping Bill Insane on the edge of that stage at that 7 show.
Yeah, it my favorite thing about this show is that everyone seemed really cognizant of the fact that it was a hard concrete floor inside the bar, except these two. Like everything about the match was like just light brawling, everything being extremely safe, and then these two decided to fucking wrestle each other, and there's just no regard for tailbones and vertebrae throughout the entirety of the match. What work from both of them. And I guess like I'll do Cianas of bringing us to what's obviously the highlight of the match. There is at one point where Mickey bites Nino on the dick while he's hitting her with like mounted strikes. And that might seem like a bit of an escalation until you remember that about 2 minutes prior to that happening, Nino has stapled a dollar bill to her clitoris. Um, and I've never seen anything like that in a wrestling match. I really
Yeah,
wanted
no,
to clip it.
the cameraman made sure that this match was basically paid product placement for whoever does Mickey Knuckles' bikini waxing.
I've n- I have I have never seen a wrestling match
Like legally, this is
that
porno.
yeah, I'm not gonna finish that
Well-
sentence. Actually,
Well, I'm pretty
but
sure I could be wrong, but the it's the Northern Lights suplex you're talking about, right? That like kills Nino.
mhm,
That he definitely
yes,
should have stayed down for. Doesn't I
yes,
think she follows it up by straddling his face and waterboarding him with the beer.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, just a perfect match.
Through the, it should be said, through a towel or something or a bandana or something for the Pussy World Order.
What we all know and
Yes.
love.
And
Yep, Sue Young, Lindsay Snow, and Tara Zepp, the Pussy World Order. We love them. Friends of the pod.
it's really important from my viewpoint to try to invite new people who might not be wrestling fans into wrestling, into like our weird wide world. And so I think the comp I want to make this week is that if you are somebody who has thought, I wish I saw the outline of labias more often during wrestling matches, this is the match for you.
It's really
Um,
funny that you are saying that as a Sky Blue super fan.
But the thing is, you don't get as much tight or frame blocking in the same way. I mean, this is really a cinematic masterpiece. It's not just the match. I mean, I mean, it's in the mood for love levels of excellence from that regard. But yeah, that was the majority of like what I watched and wanted to talk about this week. A few other things that I watched this week that I thought were fun were I did Bear Bronson versus Nick Gage from GCW's One Night Only. Just fun seeing Nick back. I'm enjoying it a lot. From that same show, there's John Wayne Murdoch versus Little Sicko versus Matt Tremont versus Nino Extremo versus Reed Bentley versus Slade. And Pat, last week it sounded like you watched the tag of that, but not the. Did you watch the
No,
six-way?
I watched the ladder, but not the tag. I haven't watched
Got
the
it.
tag yet.
Got it. And you didn't like the ladder.
I liked parts of it.
Okay.
The whole of it didn't come together.
Yeah, I think
Especially
that feels
because
fair.
Tremont gets immediately written out. Like you could tell Tremont was like
Yeah.
barely able to walk going into the match. So they, what it really felt like was a showcase for Nino and Sicko.
Yeah, and
That was fine, but then there was all this other stuff around it that just wasn't working as much as I'd like.
Yeah, and they didn't really capitalize like as much as you'd want. They did some stupid shit, but it didn't look all that impactful. I still enjoyed it. It was just fun seeing like get a shot. I don't think I've seen somebody like work like a fucking dirt show, mud indie, get an opportunity at a quote bigger indie. So like I'm enjoying the Nino Extremo ride right now. See how far it goes. The other thing I watched was I did watch Black Terry Jr.'s upload. I think Chris did, so I'd rather he talk about it. He's going to know more about that than I will. But I also did the Midnight Express versus the Fantastics from the WCW channel, from WCW Worldwide. I think it was. I'm not going to get the day right, but it was March 1988. Very fun match. If you wanted to see some good territory era tag work that hasn't really been unearthed much before, I'd go out of your way for it. But yeah, that's my week in wrestling.
Chris, do you want to talk about the Sky Day versus Grand Apache match? I'm assuming you watched it.
Yeah, I did watch it. So it does seem like Black Terry Jr. is uploading one match from the archives every Monday, from what he said, which I am very excited about. This is from 2010.
Yeah, April 18th, 2010, DTU.
Yeah, DTU. And it's Skyda versus Gran Apache. Little bit fuller Coliseo Coacalco than you might know from uh, modern Lucha Memes. And I mean, it's just exactly what you want from the Black Terry Jr. archives. It's Skyda still like having it like shortly after he was like a regular in like Chikara and stuff, and Grand Apache, one of the greats, just going at it on the mat, uh, very close up, very uh, wonderful fan, like halfway between fan cam and pro shot, without any of the like constant editing and uh, uh, replays that like modern Coacalco footage will give you. And it's just a really slick mat work, balls to the wall, look at them go match. And I'm very excited to see what else is in the vault and what else we got, because this was a joy and a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, I watched this too and basically had to say the same stuff. I mean, it's you forget that Black Terry Jr., like, these these handhelds kinda, like, brought a lot of these guys to the forefront of the internet's attention. It's like he was so good at it, and it sucks that people didn't just copy him, that people do the bullshit they do nowadays. Um, but yeah, watching this match, my thought was, like, I would hate for someone to, like, be like, I need you to, name all the moves they're doing." It's like somehow these guys are doing they do 2 or 3 things where I'm like, "I'm not sure I've ever seen that done like that
Yep.
before."
Oh yeah, I mean,
And,
like especially Skyda, like
yeah.
I mean, there's a reason he was like working with fucking Quack training all of those Chikara guys. Like he's all about these insane holds that like you have like you will maybe see once or twice a year in any other matches, but he is just like obsessed with finding like reversals and combinations of limb work, and it is ridiculous.
And it was just like so fluid, like it was fluid as shit. Like for
Yeah.
like I don't know how old both of these guys are, but like no fucking way would you have expected this to just be like just such sound. Like I mean, there wasn't anything to look like a botch, and if they did, they turned it into something that looked fucking sick. I was really impressed by it.
Yeah, I think uh Gran Apache is like early 50s and Skyda is like mid 40s at this
Hell
point.
yeah, hell yeah.
Uh,
Beautiful bodies on these men too.
Yeah,
and,
classic luchador bodies.
So
uh,
so tickleable.
and then I think it might have been Rob Viper, someone pointed out that, Apache used because it's DTU show, so there's, like, one side of the ring has barbed wire on the ropes, and he twice just sprinkled that into the match, accidentally grabbing it with his hand and then taking a
Yeah.
bump into it, which is just, like, little fun little things. But yeah, it's like I have Mondays circled. I'm like, I hope that he's getting how many views he wants, he's getting whatever he wants and keeps doing this.
Yeah, this is way more exciting than WWE Vault or whatever to me. And
Sure.
this is what I live for.
I'm gonna real quick jump in, just say because I made a joke earlier. Did not watch a lot of wrestling. I watched that Mickey match. I watched this match, and I watched um, Sinner and Saint, Judas Icarus, and Travis Williams versus Midnight Heat, Eddie Pearl and Ricky Gibson from February. Pandemonium Pro Wrestling out of California. That match was really fucking cool. Really good tag
Mhm.
match. I was shocked that those two teams had never faced each other before. I just assumed because they're both Pacific Northwest teams that they had. Um, they did some cute stuff with like, a lot of the Midnight Heat stuff, but on top of that, they did stuff where they tried to do Sinner and Saint spots, but they couldn't do them as well as Travis and Judas. And I think people should check it out. It's on their YouTube for free. There's a couple other things on that show I want to watch. Friend of the pod, Tim was at this show, and he said a couple other good things to catch out from that show, but that's all I've watched. But yeah, this is probably the least amount of wrestling I've watched in a 2-week period. I don't know, in a decade. I watched those 3 matches, and I think that's it. So, Chris, take it away with all the wrestling you watched.
I'm sorry, I turned back the Apache versus Skida match, and I'm just watching some of these transitions. Like some of these transitions into like a fucking surfboard or a tarantula, and it's just like, what? How are these guys' limbs moving like this? Like, shouldn't they have severe arthritis?
And it's not like those 2 guys have, like, a huge history with each other.
No.
I mean, I don't think this probably cage match you can't ever trust, especially indie lucha. Cage match thinks it's their only singles match.
I mean, they definitely had matches.
Yeah.
I would assume, like, in places that not even Lucha DB is keeping track of, but especially like earlier on in their careers.
But it's not like when you watch,
yeah.
like, Solar and Navarro, and, like, they're
Yeah.
amazing, but they have faced each other 400 times.
Yeah. It is spectacular. I'm very excited to see what comes next. Other stuff I have been watching for the show Worn Out Tapes. I rewatched 2 LA Park versus Roosh matches. The first in Lucha Libre Elite, the match where it's part of the tournament, and they're really like never in the ring, and they're just brawling around, and like after the match has already been called out for DQ after a wooden box is thrown at Roosh. That's a DQ, even though Roosh has already thrown it at LA Park multiple times in the match. Probably just because they said, like, no, we have to end this because it's getting crazy in here.
Here being Arena Mexico.
Here being Arena Mexico, with like the most rabid crowd you've ever seen in Arena Mexico. Everyone is losing their shit because it is like, we talk about it plenty on the show, but it is like one of these pure spontaneous, like, you can tell that they just went into this match, 2 of like these titanic wrestlers in Mexico, and they were just like going into this match saying, I don't know what we're going to do, but we're just going to feed off the crowd and we're going to beat the shit out of each other. And they like have, like, after the initial quote unquote match, they have like 2 more crowd brawls, and they're also like taunting, like they're spamming taunts at each other like a video game, and the crowd's going wild, and they're throwing trash in the ring, and it is sheer spectacle, and it is what so much of the Park Roosh feud that was to come built off and is trying to recapture. And we talk quite a bit about, like, do they ever get to that point again? Which not really, but that's fine. The second match is in Barakal the next year, which is more of a traditional match in that there are like, they are working in the ring, there are pin attempts and stuff, but it is still full of sick crowd brawling, insane weapons shots, beer coolers, cases of beer, glass bottles breaking all around them, insane ref bumps, and some of just the purest wrestling entertainment you can think of in one of the great feuds of the last 20 years. And it was a joy talking to Porik and Colette and discovering halfway through, just on one of the many tangents that goes on, that LA Park worked the Sandman in 2009. And if you listen to the episode, you can listened to Colette searching for that match in real time and discovering it, and uh, she posted it, and it is very fun.
So fun.
Like uh, Sandman suplexes Park through the smallest table I've ever seen. It is like the kids' table at Thanksgiving, like plastic, like it's like 2 feet long. It's awesome. Sandman works an ankle lock in the chairs of a crowd brawl. Park is crushing Sandman with canes while Sandman is smoking a cigarette. It's extremely cool. It's extremely awesome. It's a lot of fun. That was a joy to like discover in real time and then watch it later. And other than that, I just watched a bunch of like months old AEW, and I could run it down, or I could just say you should watch the Derby matches. Just imagine what month of the year I am talking about and just say, I recommended the Derby matches.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. I impulsively bought a ticket to Dynamite in Boston, so I'm gonna need to know what's going on. I haven't been keeping up.
Derby is the champion, and he is having good matches.
Well, I'm worried because the graphic for AEW Dynamite Boston, it shows me Will Ospreay, it shows me MJF, and it shows me Divine Dominion.
Well, that also leaves out, Tekla is the women's world champion right now, and she's been.
Well, she's not booked for it. It's only those 4 wrestlers.
God fucking damn it. Well, then any context I can provide you is not going to be helpful.
I did watch one of the Tekla Statlander matches, and that was very fun. It is good when the good women's wrestlers are working each other and not just in a meaningless tag.
Was that the strap match?
It was the first one, actually, from January. I still have to watch the strap match.
I think the strap match was the first one.
No, there's a match before that.
Oh, is there? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, there's an eliminator. Yeah. Yep, my bad.
All right, Pat, I think that brings us to you. What kind of wrestling you been watching?
I'm still trying to get caught up on stuff. I wish I had more free time. So today I watched XBW Are You Saved 2 from Mania Week. It took place. So the White Swan, as so eloquently stated by Orchid, looked like what do you say? If a VFW hall got FPV or HPV or something, yeah, it got feline something. No, the dive bar where XBW ran, it just looked condemned. It looked like they just found a deserted bar and said, okay, we're going to put a ring 6 inches off the ground. It's one of those rings where they don't even have stilts to have a skirt up. It's just the ring boards on the floor. It looked like shit, which made it look awesome. Also, this show, as far as I could tell, took place at like 11:30 in the morning because the windows, the sun was so bright coming through the windows that, and also in half the camera shots, you can see people walking in and out of the front door. And every time they do, you just get this doorway of sunshine, like fucking up the already pretty bad lighting of the show.
God, going to an XPW show at 11:30 a.m. That's gross.
I know. It's, part of me wants to run down the matches and part of me doesn't.
I guess I'm looking up officially. It was 4 p.m. Still far too early.
Yeah, I mean, the way they filmed this show, it looked like high noon. I mean, it also kind of looked like a nuclear blast happening outside. But noteworthy stuff, though, Deranged versus Insane Lane versus Toby Klein in a 3-way match.
Hell yeah.
You're not getting a lot out of these guys other than blood, but you do get blood. Ludark had her only match of Mania Week, as far as I could tell, which seems really weird. You would think that like even on like the fucking Ed and San Antonio creep shows, they'd want to throw Ludark on there. She won a singles title in a tag team match, so they're doing stuff fucking like Kevin Nash booking WCW style here. We also had friend of the pod, Pork's favorite wrestler Tim Strange, beat Hardcore in a 4-minute match, which I enjoyed a lot because it was only 4 minutes long. And the main event was a 3-way for the XPW title between the Killbilly, Nathan Mowry, the Murder Surgeon, Dr. Redacted, and XPW's champ, a guy named Anthrax with 2 X's. And you want to guess who won? The biggest star in the match, Anthrax.
Now, Anthrax,
The guy everyone's talking about.
isn't that an H2O guy or no?
Yeah, he's a
yeah.
Tremont trainee.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, I forget if we said last week, RIP to Brax, H2O mainstay. Sadly passed away under very unfortunate circumstances. I very much enjoyed watching Brax in like weird H2O death matches. So, RIP to him. RIP to my friend Grammarian's mother, fellow F4W mod Grammarian. RIP to anyone else who requires a moment of silence. But yeah, I watch XPW RE6. I don't really recommend watching it unless you think it's a hoot to watch like a match where Hoodfoot hits someone with a beer can and ends up spilling most of it on himself, so it looks like he peed his pants for the rest of the match.
I do want to watch that.
Okay, well, Hoodfoot versus Jesse Daniels. That's a match for you. I think this is also the only show I've ever seen where you accidentally see one of the cameraman's hands because he's rushing around the ring and he reaches out to grab the ring post to like maneuver. And so his hand just goes into frame. And I'm like, I've never seen that before. Also, Louis Jr. got married on it.
On the show.
To Vivian Joro, who is also a wrestler for XPW.
Congrats, Louis.
Yeah. They got married. An Elvis impersonator did it. And then they hit the Elvis impersonator with a light tube and then repeatedly attempted to put him through a table, which took 3 tries.
Oof, I don't know if that bodes well for the marriage.
I don't know. Well,
I just worry.
I'll do my best to keep tabs.
All right, thank you.
Or I guess you could just message Ty. Ty watches all this shit.
It looks
man.
like they
This
may
is
have
like
a tag
Ty's home
team
promotion.
called Together Cookies and Cream. I can't confirm or deny that.
That sounds right.
I just want to confirm because you mentioned this on the Discord. The Unlucky 13 Scramble match had 16 people on it.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So the XBW Going Viral Championship was previously held by Dagumba, who was a fat Italian guy. And Dagumba, I don't know what happened to him. I haven't seen him around in a while. Maybe he just kind of like decided to stop backyard wrestling. Maybe he turned 25. But title was vacant, so they said, we're having an Unlucky 13 elimination match, which is Royal Rumble rules. Someone enters every 30 seconds, I think. For when they first said it, I thought they said someone enters every 13 seconds, and I was like, that's insane. It might have been 30. Either way, I don't think they were timing it perfectly. But it ended up being 16 people in this. Louis Jr., who won the title, against Frankie Forearms, Christian Starr, Lexa Vallo, Biggie Sanchez, Willie Tiny, Owen Parker, Bootleg Dave, Mark the Shark, Kevin Chaos, and that's Chaos with a K, Crazy Dave Asbury, Baracho, Vivian Joro, Marty Two Fly, Buddy Badcock, and JD Horror.
All the stars are here.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
the fucking stars.
They had
How
2
do you
Daves
not
in this
get?
match.
How do you not get Lucky 13 in that match? What is he doing?
Because it was in Vegas. Like, I don't think Lucky 13 like travels.
Yeah, it's fair. He shouldn't.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I think it's literally a thing. Like, if you want Lucky 13 on your show, like it has to be within driving distance of wherever he lives in New York.
I'm cracking up that all these people traveled.
Marty
Yeah, I
Two
know
Fly,
that's the
baby.
insane thing.
Like,
I mean, I'm sure Mark the Shark and Owen Parker did big business at WrestleCon,
Like,
but
how many people are they fitting into one car?
well, that's the thing. I could not really tell if there was an audience. It was so dark in there, and I mean, they had like a continuous row of stools around the ring for people to sit. So I'm pretty sure it was like an audience that went one row deep. So there were definitely more wrestlers than fans at this show.
speaking of one car, that's also on my list of grievances. Yes, Sam, I did drive 13 hours straight from Ashland, Kentucky to Orlando, Florida. I'm not paying airline prices. They can't get me.
How much you spent? No, you're right, babe. You're
No,
100%
no. I
right.
deeply,
No, you're
deeply,
right.
I deeply, deeply regret it. I wish I would have bought the plane
Yeah,
tickets.
I'm thinking about, because I want to go to Cage of Survival and maybe if I can, NHB 100. But getting to Atlantic City from Boston, I know that it will completely fuck up my leg if I drive. So I gotta look into like Greyhounds or something. I don't know.
Oh God.
Ugh.
Ooh, I don't know if that's.
A Greyhound from Boston to Atlantic City.
I feel like
I
that sounds
know.
rough.
Sounds.
I would meet Bootleg Dave. I would meet Crazy
Yeah,
Dave
it's true.
Asbury.
Frankie Forearms.
Yeah.
I love Frankie Forearms. I've never seen him in my life. He's my favorite wrestler.
He has a singlet that has in huge letters on the back, like one word per row. You reap what you sow. With "so" just big and red on his ass.
Beautiful.
I'm trying to remember who they said he was trained by. I
No
want to say
one.
they said no. I think they said he was an amazing red trainee.
Oh God.
His nickname is the Human Snuff Film.
This is the only good wrestling.
And it's like when Mark the Shark came out, they're like, Mark the Shark, who's been wrestling since 2006, and then watching him wrestling, I'm like, you really should not mention that this guy is a 20-year veteran. Like, you should not say that he's been doing this for 20 years. It doesn't help.
Maybe I can think it's his first time. I'm like, all
He,
right.
he's
yeah.
worked one backyard match a year for 20 years.
This is the most you sold a show in months.
I mean,
that's
if
saying
you're
something.
gonna watch anything on this show, like Hoodfoot versus Jesse Daniels is fun just for being like really sloppy and stupid. The deranged Toby Klein, Insane Lane 3-way, that's like nostalgia. But the match to watch is the Wicked 13 going viral championship match, because it's one of those things. It's like a Neil Breen movie where it's just kind of incompetent on every level to a point where you're just kind of like, if someone was trying to like fuck it up, they never would hit upon doing things wrong in this way.
I forgot there is a guy local to me who calls himself like a 21-year veteran because he wrestled when he was in high school from like 05 to 07 and he came back last year. And so
Oh,
he
yeah.
just
Okay.
counts, he just counts all that time. That was all just just working on his craft.
I mean, who's to say,
Now you're going to AEW in Boston, you said?
Yes.
I am going to be in Cincinnati Friday, June 19th for other reasons. I got to be there that weekend. That is the same day as GCW Race Against Time. Now,
All right.
let me tell you this
gotta do it.
announced card so far and tell you if I should get there. They're going to be Buster in the Brain, Vandal 48, Billy Starks will all be there.
Oh,
The two matches announced so far, Priscilla Kelly, my close personal friend,
ooh,
versus Vipress,
ooh,
and then Joey Janela versus Hook.
oh!
You gotta go.
We're gonna get a 45-minute hook match.
I think it's gonna be really funny.
Finally.
I think I'm gonna be like 12 minutes from this location. I don't think I can go to that.
You've gotta
No,
go.
I think you have to
you
go to
gotta go.
that if you want to live.
I wish they would just
We
announce.
we need to see
I'm a freak. If
who
you say
does
like
better
also
in
featuring
the
Aaron,
Joey Janela. Like, is it Hook or Brody Lee Jr.? Which little boy does
Which one?
better against Joey Janela?
All better than every NXT wrestler, Dave told me. But, like, if you said, "Hey, featuring Aaron Williams or Lord Crew," I'm a freak. I'd be like, "Alright, fuck it." You can't even give me any of that?
The thing is, a lot of those guys probably will be there. They just don't get announced on Twitter.
They need to tell me. I can't go just because Vandal 48's there.
I haven't bought you your birthday gift yet, and
Ugh.
maybe I should get you that instead of edible arrangement.
I love them both.
Isn't Cincinnati
have
the
the
home court for Vandal?
well, I
Where
mean,
are they from in
Ohio. They're from
Ohio?
Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
You should have the edible arrangement delivered at the venue. So, like, force my hand. Like, I gotta go pick it
Well,
up.
then you'll make more wrestler friends because they'll be like, hey, can I get a piece of that?
Do you guys
You just
remember
bring
gotta-
it backstage and you're like, catering's here.
do you Ricky
You gotta
Shane Page was talking about Circle 6 being, like, the biggest company in the world because they had Pizza Hut or Little Caesars for the boys?
The funny thing is now that you say Little Caesars, it immediately clicks and it's like, oh, Necro brought all the irregular pizzas from work.
Oh,
Like all the hot and readies that they said, we can't sell this, Dylan.
You guys wanna talk about what's going on the site? There's been a lot since, last week.
Yeah, so we've been rolling out the GWE results.
One by one, day by day. So we're gonna be done in a little over a year. No, we had the aforementioned Worn Out Tapes episode with Chris and Colette. We also have Pork is reviewing night 2 of the King of DDT.
Yep.
He titled it 2025. That feels wrong.
That feels very pork.
I'll fix that for him here in a minute.
Well, who's to say? Who's to say? He might have it right.
Steph took Tanner's challenge literally and got a mic. And there's been 2 episodes of Psychology is Dead with him and Quentin. I believe total runtime 78 hours. Can anyone confirm that?
It is the best 13-minute. It's the best 13-hour.
Within those 13 hours, you'll get the best 13
That's what I was gonna
minutes
say. It's like
somewhere.
13 minutes of this are so fucking good.
Yeah, no, it's the runtime is 13 hours.
But they're not done.
They're not done. They're still recording from Monday, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm a guy that does this, and I think that's fucking crazy.
I'm so anxious for both of them.
And then coming Monday, I believe Sam has new 2CW doing the work.
Woo woo.
We're all
That's the
here
wrong
for it.
promotion.
I'm doing a sneak peek. I get to see it when people don't. Looks like a hoot. Looks good. I guess we can get into the big top if you guys are ready. It's very well thought out.
I'm ready.
I'm ready
for the
but
big top.
Speaking of GWE podcast, did any of you listen to the Wrestling is Gross thing where they assembled their ballot, like between Siobhan and Bucky and J.R. Goldberg, like as a
I have not gotten to yet.
4 hours
Everyone's
of them.
saying how great it is.
The funniest part of it is for the first half of it, JR spends the entire time going like, you know what? Fuck the rules. Fuck what Grimace says. It doesn't matter if someone's nominated. Do whatever you want. Make it fun. And then for the second half, they're like, we should put Ian Rotten above Io Del Santo. And JR's like, no. We have to treat this seriously.
Oh God. There was what Tim was talking about. Was it Gentlemen of Wrestling? Some podcast being like, we should be able to nominate guys that there's no footage of. That's so fucking stupid.
I love that. No, let's do it.
I'm
gonna nominate your dad.
I'd like to nominate imaginary people next in 10 years.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm going to nominate, let me get this list back here. I'm going to nominate Louis Jr., Frankie Forearms,
I was gonna
Christian
say.
Starr. The funniest one in that Wicked 13 was Lex Zavallo, who is, I think she's European, woman wrestler, has like actual gear and everything, which already puts her way above everyone else in XBW. She comes out, puts someone in a sleeper. It gets reversed into another sleeper. She gets pinned. She rolls out of the ring and leaves. And all of this takes place in, I want to say, 15 seconds tops. And if she got paid for this show, which I really doubt, if she got paid, that is like the most efficient, effort for money ratio I've ever seen in a wrestler.
The GW though does bring us to our actual big top.
Yeah, who are your high votes?
What is a performative pick, and what would it look like?
Well, there's no such thing, right?
There's no such thing.
That
I actually have been swayed. I thought that was stupid. I thought, of course, it's performative picks. Watching the results, maybe people are just really stupid.
Yeah, that's the thing is I can see how someone would look at my ballot and see like Shawn Michaels at number 2. Oh, you're just trying to rile people up. And it's like, no. I really do believe that. So when someone else says like, okay, Utami Hayashishita is the number 1 greatest wrestler of all time, I just kind of take it as like, okay, you believe that. I don't fucking agree at all, but you're welcome to believe in whatever crazy dumb shit you want.
Well, then there's the things that gets me. Like today, I was like, man, I think I like Austin Aries more than the average person. Like I'm an Austin Aries guy through and through. Love his politics, love his personality. Someone had him number 11, the 11th best wrestler of all time.
That reminds me, Dan, did you see tomorrow, as of when we're recording this tomorrow, MLW?
I have seen this, but tomorrow what?
No, they just said they had a coded message on their Twitter, and it said like, basically says like we're releasing the info tomorrow.
Yeah.
About MLW Fusion. So we might be able to finally see those like 9-month-old Matthew Justice matches.
It's just really funny to be like, tomorrow I'll tell you how you can see stuff that is like 6 months old.
Finally.
And
we got Shotzi and Priscilla Kelly to watch.
Listen, if they dumped it all out,
We do.
I'd come back from being like, I watched 3 matches in 2 weeks to being like, I watched all of Fusion in 7 days. Let's be real. See, Matt Riddle told me sometime this summer it's all going to go up on YouTube. He says it's not going anywhere else. So that's a little dirt for you from the Cove.
Ooh,
Dirt from the Cove. From the Cove. That's where I get all my scoop.
The All Inclusive Riddle Cove.
Oh my god. It's just, I hate to harp on it, but it's just Joe Gacy was just really going to town on the food, and Matt Riddle was really going to town on the drinks. They had 2 different.
Were you going to town on the Matt Riddle?
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried. I also say Matt Riddle's family was there, but only for the first 90 minutes. And then it seemed like Matt Riddle was maybe on drink number 12, and his family thought better of the day. Allegedly, I don't want to get sued, but that's how it appeared. Someone sitting 8 chairs down.
This is what I
I know this is what you want. I know this is what you want.
This is why I'm proud to be part of this.
Oh my god!
Like if we ever finish the best of thing that Sam started, it's like, yeah, no, a full 50% of it is going to be like Dan talking about like meeting a wrestler at a softball game.
No, he's dead now.
Oh, actually, no. Was it you who you were driving Simon Gotch around?
Yeah.
And you told him something like your sister was doing something, and Simon Gotch called your sister a cunt.
No. To be fair, he called my aunt a cunt. My sister was there, and we were both like, "Whoa!" He yelled at my sister because in the same car ride because she made fun of me. Oh, but this is worn out tapes because I said at the time I thought Park and Roosh were the best, pairing of wrestlers in the whole world. And she said, "You're such a dork. Like, why can't you just say 2 American names or something stupid?" And then Simon Gotch was like, "If that's what he thinks, that's what he thinks. He's allowed to have opinions." He did a lot of yelling in that car. I'm not going to lie to you. He was a stressed out man. This was a 45-minute drive too. This was from Ashland.
Oh man.
You wonder how this man got attacked with soda cans.
We also, for a big top, I really need to get into Pat. Where's this Ken Shamrock tweet?
It would help if I was near my computer.
Okay, wait, I got it. I got it. Oh, Chris got it for you. Go ahead.
So I watched the towers on 9/11 get blasted with planes.
Blasted. You watched the towers get their back cracked.
But one tower, after about a hour, collapsed like a demolition explosion, and the tower came straight down. So I have to believe that the base of the structure all collapsed at the same time. Wow, what's the odds of that happening?
That was actually just Chris adding that in.
And Ricky the Dragon Rubinowitz replied, "This can't be the real Ken Shamrock's account. He doesn't believe in crap like this."
Yes. That was the thing that just had me like sitting at my desk just fucking howling laughing.
There was a
Being like,
split second where
the
I thought
real
that
Ken
was
Shamrock would never say crazy shit that a moron would
I'm
believe.
sorry. Ricky the Dragon Rubinowitz, Israeli flag, American flag, at Jimmy Chonga 454.
oh shit.
Bio.
454.
Bring WrestleMania to Tel Aviv, not Saudi Arabia.
Woo!
Amazing.
Oh my god, his cover
humanitarian.
picture is amazing. Oh my god. I don't know how to put this in the show notes, but I want to. It's a AI image of Goldberg, MJF, Colt Cabana,
Oh my god.
Marina Shafir, Willie Utah, Diamond Dallas Page, and who's all the way on the right? Who's this supposed to be?
I want to say it's Kazarian
I wanna
because
say
they're
it's-
holding a TNA title.
That was my thought too, but the AI really took liberties with his face. A giant star David behind him.
It's if you put Kazarian and Tim Storm in like the matter transporter.
Now I'm all about this guy. I have to admit, I did at first think it was Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
You think Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is a Zionist? Is heard it here first? Wait, did you have a car ride with
I
Ricky the Dragon
believe Ricky the
Steamboat?
Dragon Steamboat's wife is super crazy on Twitter. I remember that was like a
Yeah,
headline.
that is yeah,
Ricky,
that is true.
Yeah, the dragon. He is unfortunately Ricky the MAGA Steamboat now.
Yeah, unfortunately. Teach their own.
But Ricky the Dragon Rubinowitz is. I'm scrolling through this, and this is like insane. Trolling by trying to present themselves as an annoying Zionist AEW fan. I don't know what to do. Like, this is just so toxic in every way.
I'm sorry, did Dan, while describing the image, say who's front and center in front of Colt Cabana?
No.
It's BB.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, I just not used to him
That's
holding.
right.
I thought
Hardcore
he'd be
Holly's
holding.
wife, BB.
I didn't think he'd be holding the TNA title, but
Fucking Netanyahu. Oh my
I mean,
god.
like, I'm looking through this, and it's like, unfortunately, it's not sincere. Like, if it was sincere, I'd be like, okay, I've got a new freak to follow. That it's someone like trying to get engagement by like conflating anti-Zionism and anti-WWE. I'm not even sure what they're going for other than just being annoying. It's they've made an impressive structure here where it's like I can't even tell what to say about it because it's just
now they
a
are
fucking mess.
followed by Ridge Holland.
Good personal friend of the pod.
Yeah, just letting you like I only have one person that I know follows and it's just Ridge Holland. It's so funny. I wanted to come on here and talk about fucking Ken Shamrock, but Ricky the Dragon ruined it.
Let's see if this guy knows Robert Wisdom.
He really Robert Wisdom. But yeah, Ken Shamrock. Someone came with the best quote tweet. I'm sure a million people made the joke now. Like this is Dwayne's fault.
I'm sending something into the founders chat channel.
Terrifying.
Does anybody know where Ken Shamrock was on 9/11? Do we know it wasn't him?
Oh fuck.
Be sure to the link I just sent. Be sure to click through and see both images.
God.
Let me see here. Okay.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. Oh, that's Oh
Okay.
yeah. Oh,
I
right.
probably
That
won't I probably won't retweet this, but
Yeah, don't. Don't.
yeah. I just really think AI is fantastic. If
That's what I'm saying, where it's like, this is such a weird 4D chess troll that I'm like, I don't know who he is trying to upset other than everyone.
I say me if
why
it's me, he's doing it.
why is there such an overlap in the Venn diagram between people who use AI and like focusing on interracial sex as a major topic? Am I the only one who knows this is a
I
thing?
say
Because if so, that's fine.
I didn't even know this was a thing. I actually would have thought this guy, like, violently pro interracial couples. I
Yeah.
would've
Well,
I would
no,
have
see,
thought the
it's
opposite.
he's doing it. He's taking the stance of being violently pro interracial couples to be expressly annoying as a false flag because he's actually anti interracial couples.
Is this just Hangman Adam Page's shitposting account?
It might be.
Oh my god.
Everything makes sense now.
Also, to answer the question, I believe Ken Shamrock was at Discovery Cove on 9/11.
I can confirm he was. This is one of the boys.
I do like imagining Ken Shamrock just found out about 9/11.
He's
Like someone just
furious.
showed him loose change.
Oh my god. There was
Like
a
Snowden or whoever it was who fucking wrote that Shamrock book. It's like, oh, by the way, Ken, you seen this?
Reserving
he's pulling him
comment.
over like the older kid did in my fucking middle school and be like, "Watch this fucking YouTube video." I was like,
You
"Alright."
know, next week we're gonna just be talking about Ken Shamrock discovered what live leak is.
We should get Ken Shamrock on Fortran. Let's get him up to terms with that terminology.
I think they say we should get him on the pod, and I was like, "Hell yeah, you got a connection?"
We need to get Ken Shamrock on that Wrestling Observer forum server that you're on.
Oh yeah, the Discord? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and
Make that happen.
just have him interact with. I don't know, man. It's everything is so weird nowadays, including Ken Shamrock. And it's like I know it's like yeah, I watched on Raw and clapped like a seal for him getting his fucking brain rocked out of his head by The Rock, but still, why is everyone so weird now?
I see a lot of people who think they are tough guys. So just saying it doesn't make it so, but actually doing it says a lot. I don't think Ken's liking the response to his tweet.
All right, let's check something out here. We're gonna go to Twitter advanced search. Come on.
Wait, he's trying to
I
see if
just
he
gotta know what he had to say about Charlie Kirk. It's important to me. There are a lot of things I need to search for on at Shamrock Ken. Right? This is fucking riveting
this
podcasting right now.
this is what people are after.
This is what they came to listen to.
See, I tried that as you were doing that, I was trying to search up Facebook, and I don't have him saying I have a lot of people quoting him saying Charlie Kirk is dead for speaking his views. Let that sink in.
That's sinking a fucking like a hole in your neck.
So while you search that, I'm just going into the Twitter search bar and I just typed Rhea Ripley Charlie Kirk, and I'm gonna see what.
I can confirm that Ken Shamrock never tweeted at Charlie Kirk.
Oh.
So
Okay.
feel as you
Okay,
may
so
with that.
I already regret searching this.
Why?
Yeah, I really thought you were gonna
There's stuff I don't want to read.
Okay, Kid Shamrock
Why?
did create an event on June 13th, 2024 titled Clark Snubbed, a night of ignorance and jealousy in the WNBA. 11 people responded. We gotta just take the internet away from everybody.
Yeah.
All right, here's a good tweet. January 23rd, 2014, at Shamrock Ken. I want to make it very clear to my fans. I have never and will never abuse small animals. The garbage people write online is false and lies.
Okay, I found Will Ospreay killed Charlie Kirk to take his neck as replacement. Hashtag AEW collision.
Oh man, what a fan base!
All right. Is that the big top?
I think so.
I think we did it.
I think we killed Chris.
You guys,
Yeah, I'm dead.
yeah. And did you watch? He got blasted. I hate to say it.
You
got blasted.
He got blasted.
Oh shit. Slade's coming to my local indie. I gotta see
Is
if I
that
have
Focus
that day off.
Focus Pro?
Focus Pro. And I say local, but it's a half hour away, which is not that far in some states, but in Massachusetts, that's pretty far.
All right.
Okay, good. It's an evening show. I can go to.
We have Q&AR. Question for at Dan Rice. Just back from an apartment viewing. Is it a bad sign if the real estate agent starts the tour by shrugging and saying, "Look, it is what it is"? I think it's a good sign. You don't want your agent to lie into you, acting like it's a nice place if it's not. Question for the podcast. What's your favorite shape?
Circle.
I'm really trying to give it some thought.
You know those triangles where you have two straight lines and then the third side of the triangle is curved inward?
Yeah, sure.
I don't like.
I like that. I doodle that a lot when I'm just like, doing, ADD stuff to pay attention during the podcast.
I'm gonna say a rhombus, but I actually mean
Okay.
I actually mean.
See,
a
I was gonna
circle.
say I was gonna say a rhombus too, but like I think at the end of the day, like I don't know if I could, tell a rhombus from Adam. I'm gonna go to trapezoid.
Pretty easy to tell what a rhombus is.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
especially
Well,
from
fucking-
Adam.
Yeah,
Adam is
Adam's gonna be a
person.
person. He's gonna be shaped like a human.
I mean, have you ever seen
yeah.
a diamond? It's just a diamond tipped on its side.
I have not actually seen
Not
that.
till I propose.
Yeah, I'm gonna go trapezoid. I'm going trapezoid.
Question for the podcast. This is a dorky one. Who's this? Sorry, even you have some good ones. But question for the podcast: does the Pokemon team count as a JRPG party?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what those nouns mean, and I know that that's accurate.
I'm gonna answer that one like Sam and just move on. Question for the podcast.
No, Sam gets halfway through and goes like, "Bad question."
Well, it's funny I mentioned Sam because question for the podcast: favorite dip? Probably Sam.
Oh.
Got him.
Got his ass.
Fun dip.
Fuck, it's a good answer.
Name a more fun dip than fun dip. You can't.
That is not where I was expected this to go, but that's yeah, you took the ice cream cake with that one.
Is queso a dip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean queso is probably
Yeah.
my answer.
I mean, even if queso or like when you get like a big pretzel and you get like the beer cheese dip, I like that.
I love a beer cheese.
What about pimento?
Ooh, yeah. Pimento cheese.
I don't know why you'd want to dip that into a beer cheese dip, but okay.
I mean, that come on. That I mean, you're making art out of garbage right there, Pat. That sounds fantastic.
I added this to the wacky line stuff being even. I mean, this is pretty cut and dry. No, you can't even come in the wacky line without or VP updates without stuff getting your ass. There's not a fucking safe place on this server. This is a very important question. Do you think Shane Douglas is hot? That's coming from Isabel.
Thank you, Isabel, for asking the question that has been living inside me for 25 years. Abso-fucking-lutely. And nothing gets me going more when he's giving one of those rambling promos where he's really in love with the sound of his own voice, even though he's straying further and further away from the plot of his promo, and B, being good at his job. And you put a little fucking Pittsburgh Pirates hat on that fucking curly head of hair with that dangly little earring, and I'm coming alive in ways that I did not anticipate I would.
I
Yeah,
gotta be honest.
Important,
You're answering.
important,
Yeah,
important question.
I'm just getting
Important
mad.
question. Beard or no beard?
Oh, no beard. A little bit of fuzz though. Especially like pre-Dean Douglas era, where oh god,
I don't think you're answering the question. You're answering the
I'm.
question: was Shane Douglas hot?
Oh, is Shane Douglas hot?
Is Shane Douglas hot? I take that to mean today, 2026.
Well, I think my wife has been breaking my balls because I haven't told y'all guys about one thing that I really, if I see a belly on a man, I have to restrain myself from tickling it. Like there's nothing I love more than a belly on a man. When you recommended the Shane Douglas match from Southern Fried Championship Wrestling outside the Buffalo Wild Wings, I had to watch it twice because I couldn't stop thinking about tickling the belly. So I think I might have inadvertently answered the question there. But that's the best you're gonna get from me.
I think Shane Douglas is hot, and he should take his shirt off when he wrestles still.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Chris, got feedback here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, now this
All
one
right.
I don't like as much. Sherry Martel and Woman in ECW, who's hotter and who's the better valet?
Woman hotter, Sherry better valet.
I think that's probably great. I mean, woman in terms of attractiveness, I'm sorry to Sherry, but in ECW at least, woman
Oh
is
yeah.
way up there. Um, as far as being a better valet, if you ask me on different days, I might say Sherry, I might say woman, but today let's say Sherry.
Well, we're also talking specifically ECW, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I enjoy the fuck out of Sherry's valet work in ECW with Shane. I just think it's fucking hilarious. And just like watching her take bumps like crazy was just like, somebody who was like
That's kind of what does it, like, for
yeah.
better valet, because Sherry would still get, like, I mean, she was fucking flying on pain pills. She didn't give a shit, so she'd just throw herself around. And
Yeah.
woman was kind of like, yeah, please don't throw me on the floor here. It's sticky.
Yeah. And I respect both opinions.
That
personally.
is, by the way,
I respect women.
the craziest thing about the night kimono on Alea dance atop the ECW arena is if you look at, like, the surface she's dancing on, it's like she should have every disease. Like, she should have been, like, doing her dance moves and coming up with, like, a syringe sticking out of her. That fucking building was nasty.
I
I'm
just
sorry, someone had to say it.
we've all been thinking it. I like Sherry, not Sherry. I like Woman. The bigger the hair, the more I'm attracted to her. I'm just gonna say that. So, what other questions do we got? This one question for the pod. Imagine you go to the basement of Violent People's massive corporate headquarters, and in there you find a hidden gateway to a parallel dimension. You were allowed to send 3 professional wrestlers to form the scouting mission to investigate this dimension. Who are you sending?
Are we talking current wrestlers or?
I would say so because, I mean, this is happening right now. Like, we just went down to the basement.
Okay.
I would go with the wrestlers who are already there because they're hanging out with their best friend Dan Rice, Matt Riddle, Joe Gacy, Priscilla Kelly.
Oh, you're keeping Wentz for
That
yourself.
sucks
Yep.
for Wentz. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I hate to see it, but what are you gonna do?
Can only send 3.
That's tough. I was actually gonna do, if I had to pick, probably Christian Star, Crazy Dave, and Frankie Forearms, but
I'm doing Hoodfoot, Tony Nese, and Shoko Nakajima.
no further questions. That makes sense. Pat?
I'm trying to think of who would be best suited for this, and I can't come up with a better answer than Christian Napier, Otis Koger, and Atticus Koger. I think as diplomats, they would just nail it.
You gotta send the Ohio boys if you can. I always say that. Okay. Question for Dan Rice. I'm viewing a property on Saturday and I definitely want it, but it's nearly outside my budget. Any tips for getting them to knock a few grand off the price? Okay, this is not Saturday yet. We're good. I want to first say, Nick Yeoman, I don't want to like call you out, but like you said, if you can, he said, just put an offer in under the asking price. Hopefully, nobody goes higher. If you can back it up with solid logic on why you think it may be overpriced, such as work that needs doing, that's helpful. I do say put the offer in where you want the offer to be. My experience, people don't like it when you list all the problems with their house. They priced it knowing the issues. I think do the opposite. Tell them like you're not allowed to do this, but like have your agent tell them how much you love the house and just act poor and like say this is the most I can pay.
Do you think that having being able to put down a slightly bigger down payment would help the chances?
Well, that usually doesn't affect the seller at all. So that's not really going to help the seller.
Okay.
That can just affect what kind of loan you're getting. And like what your interest rate is and yada yada payment, yada yada yada. Question for the podcast. What kind of Ben and Jerry's should I get?
Cherry Garcia.
You need to get Stephen Colbert's Americone Dream for one last time.
Are they doing away with it or something?
They're doing away with him.
Oh my god!
They're gonna kill him. They're gonna take him out back and kill him.
Yeah, he's gotten thrown in that fucking dimensional portal in our basement.
I'm gonna go PB S'more.
I'm probably gonna buy a fucking American loving ice cream rather than this.
By the way, ice cream question for the rest of you.
Yeah.
Mint chocolate chip. Where do we stand?
I hate mint chocolate chip. My answer would have been brownie batter, though, for the record. Mint chocolate chip tastes like
sitting
ice cream.
here.
Or not
I
ice
am
cream.
sitting here.
Toothpaste.
I'm sitting here mouth agape. I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken about this.
You're a mint chocolate chip guy?
So tragic. Oh, absolutely.
I also enjoy mint chocolate chip.
It's the best. It's the best one.
I can't do it, guys. I can't. I'm sorry.
No, it's Dan. It's the best one.
Okay,
I'm gonna get on you about this, like fucking Steph getting on someone's fucking greatest wrestler ever ballot.
I will admit,
like,
I haven't had it in a long time.
This is the good one. You don't get to disagree.
Okay, I'm sorry.
My fuck, marry, kill for my co-host has just shifted so dramatically.
Oh no!
In ways that I was not expecting it.
Please explain how it shifted.
Well, just welcome back to. I mean, like so
I can live now.
No, never. Oh, excuse you. Get the fuck out of here. Come the fuck on. No, before being a host, it was fuck Dan or Sam, marry Chris, kill Pat.
Yeah. That's
wait, no,
that's the right one.
No, I had it wrong. It was fuck Pat.
No, bad idea.
Marry Chris, and kill Dan / Sam. That shifted dramatically. Obviously, Dan and I just use this as an opportunity to flirt. And so like I've kind of been in my own head being like, okay, so Chris is more of your crush now. So but we're back to square one, baby. You're the apple of my eye again.
Fuck. I feel so stupid when I go buy mint chocolate chip this week. Try to force something down. I'm like, I guess it's okay.
For the marriage?
I guess it's okay.
For the marriage.
I mean, sometimes in a relationship you have to compromise. You know what I mean? I just don't want a mint chocolate chip ice cream cake is all.
That's fair. I can't believe you're there. I wouldn't want that
either. That would an ice cream cake of mint chocolate chip would be too much. I agree.
Question for Dan. What is a house? I think anything with like 4 walls and a roof probably gets it done. What makes a house a home? It used to be me and Orchid's love. Now I don't know. This one, a question for Dan. How much is your house worth? That's a weird question. I can't tell you without, I didn't get it praised recently. I can let you know that Sam paid $16,500 more for his house than I did for mine.
Whoever asked this question, DM me. I do have Dan's address, and I could easily get an estimate on it. So
all right. Just doxing
and also
me.
I I have all of your addresses. If you are in this Discord, I have your address, and I'm outside your window.
I cannot remember who jokingly asked for David Starr's address, and I sent it to them in a DM, and that is still like my highlight of this Discord. Q for the P. When does the Violent People World Cup power rank? When? That's weird. Is this Pork? It's phrased crazily. Oh no, sorry, someone else. When's the Violent People World Cup power rankings coming out?
So I assumed you would be all over this one, Dan, because it sounds like a gambling question.
I'm not. That's soccer. I don't know anything about soccer. I mean, I'll bet on it if you guys want to bet, but
I know absolutely jack shit about soccer.
I don't even know.
I'm just gonna
when the
say,
World
let's go
Cup is
Haiti.
starting.
Haiti all the way.
Question for the pod: which wrestler gained the most aura by getting fat? And you can't say Chris Hero.
Oh, we talk about this a little bit.
Yeah. The answer is very obvious, and it's not Hero.
Oh yeah,
it's Park.
It's not Tammy Sitch.
what? Which
That was my answer.
I don't remember who said it. Was it you, Chris, or someone was talking about like the idea of like seeing Park in WCW and then seeing Latter Day Park and what that's got to be like for some viewers, some wrestling fans.
I think that was Colette.
But that's so good to think about.
And what you didn't bring up is that he's still wearing the same clothes.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that, but you want to talk about, a belly that's begging to be tickled. Like Park is just out there, just like doing his best to destroy Orchid's mind.
He's got a beautiful torso too, long torso, wide belly. Where, oh man, that's the double dip right there. Whew.
Question for the podcast: what job have you never had but you think you'd be really good at? Eamon thinks he'd be a good librarian. My friend's a librarian, and she says her entire job is to Google for what old people come up and ask her.
That tracks. I know some librarians, and
like she says they never ask them
the same thing.
Anything library related. They'll just come up and be like, "What day is Arbor Day?" I think I'd be really good at Orchid's job.
I could do that job. I'd probably be pretty good at Googling Arbor Day.
I'm gonna try to swoop in there. I'm hoping you quit before
you would do fantastic.
I hope you got to quit before I get down there in July so I can interview.
I'm just gonna say, professional wrestling.
We're hiring for you, so we're only hiring internal candidates. But I might be able to get you in as a work study if you register for classes. So yeah.
Anyone else got any?
I think I'd be a really good flight attendant. I think I have the right demeanor for it.
That's just more flirting. Chris, you answer.
Give me a second. I'm trying to do the bit.
It's gonna be so good.
I think I would be great at being a 10-year force in the creator economy, known for pairing scale and with strategy, leading tens of thousands of creator activations across YouTube, podcasting, social, and live events, and driving campaigns for leading sponsors like Shutter, Gameloft, Bandai Namco, and Ubisoft.
You'd be so good at that. Oh my god, Pat, that's gonna be tough to follow.
So my connection has been dipping in and out. I heard Chris's. I heard the start of it. Can I hear it again?
No, I clicked out of the tab already. You can't hear it again.
Okay. I think I would be a very good witch.
Ooh, you would. Oh boy.
Question for the pod: are we still meant to refer to the host collectively as the Mog Squad, or is that legally more complicated now? I know you guys have historically been pretty insistent about this.
No, as I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, we are the Mog Squad. I am the main man. Pat has elite ball knowledge. Orchid is sweet, and Dan is the big man. We are the Mog Squad.
Veneciano 38, more like the Mug Squad. Am I right, lads?
True.
Well,
That's good
maybe
shit.
maybe once upon a time before someone made some fateful DMs.
It's so crazy it wasn't me.
Jesus.
This one I'm sure we've absolutely never answered. Question for the pod: favorite pizza toppings?
Italian sausage.
Been really into banana peppers on my pizzas lately. I love banana peppers.
I like black olives a lot.
Mm.
Pat, you like pizza at all?
Oh, I'm sorry. My connection keeps fucking going in and out.
Oh, I thought
It
that
sounds
was
like
a.
I'm doing a bit, but I'm
I thought
not.
that was a bit
My
for
phone
sure.
keeps like disconnecting for like 15 seconds.
Well,
So anyway, I'm sorry. Mint chocolate chip.
all right, we'll miss Pat greatly. Stolen from Twitter. Which of these would be easiest to achieve? Win a 1v1 basketball game against Victor Wembanyama. Win an F1 lap against Hamilton. Win a chess game against Magnus Carlsen. Win a round against John Jones in MMA.
Wemby, I'm fucking forearming him in the face.
Am I back?
This
Can
is-
you hear me now?
I can hear
You're
you.
back.
Okay, perfect. The answer for me is pretty simple. It would be easier to win against John Jones because I would win by forfeit when he's like fucking high on birth control pills and like runs over someone.
I think I would probably just use a butt plug to beat Magnus Carlsen.
That's a good strategy. That's worked before.
It's yeah. You gotta follow other people.
They got to try it in more competition. Like they should try it in the UFC, where it's like use the butt plug signal. Like, okay, now put your guard up.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You didn't hear about this?
There's a
I don't-
Netflix documentary. You can watch it.
Oh, okay.
There was a chess match where one person was accused of wearing a vibrating butt plug that was remote controlled by someone in the audience. So he would hover his hand over the pieces and they would like turn up and down the vibration to tell him where to move.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
That's one of those things where like it doesn't need to be true. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Q for the pod. Favorite chess opening.
I got to give it to moving one of your pawns.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna call that the English opening, and I'm gonna agree.
I'm going to go with the song Murano from the musical Chess. The opening song of the musical.
That's really good. Question for the Dan. I got to take a week off again. I get a lot of solo questions. Make you feel loved and seen. Are sports gambling enthusiasts bothered by tanking? Here's the secret about sports gamblers: bothered by everything.
That's yeah.
It's just yeah. I mean, I don't know. Q for the P. What would be a nightmare blunt rotation for Porik?
I guess I'm in it. Like Pork said that Colette, him and I are a nightmare blunt rotation. I think that's a really good blunt rotation.
I
knew-
would have the time of my life.
When
in
he
that
said it,
blunt
I was
rotation.
like, Chris is gonna be offended by this.
I was severely offended. I feel like I'm a joy in the blunt rotation.
As somebody who's in a blunt rotation with you once a week, yeah, then I couldn't agree more.
The thing is, I don't know off the top of my head which literary editors are the biggest grammar Nazis.
Thank you for saying that because that leads perfectly into my answer, which is Frank Lampard, Steph, and the 2025 Scripps National Spelling Bee champion, 13-year-old Faison Zaki.
Oh, he sucks. Fuck.
It's from Allen, Texas. How can you say that?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Q for the P. Which wrestler do you think has urinated the most times in the Dolphin Lagoon at Discovery Cove? Let me get into this. That's the one. That's the worst place you can urinate. Most of that, a lot of that, you're standing with your above water. You know what I mean? You want to urinate in the lazy river that goes through the aviary, and I'm going to tell you, Zach and Priscilla, they didn't leave that. They went around 400 times. I don't know what changed for them. They just kept circling it.
Awesome. That's
They
that is
did.
the
They saw Joe Gacy and Matt Riddle
They
being
said, "We
accosted by this
can't
guy
get
with a
out.
sunburned
no
bald spot, and they were like, "We gotta stay here."
We gotta get out of."
nah, as somebody who has enjoyed quite a many of public benzos in their lifetime, they had the right fucking idea.
But I don't know. I'm not a wrestler, but I pee everywhere every day. If you
Wait,
ca-
did you say IP everywhere in
Everywhere
every day?
every
Is that
day,
what you said?
everywhere every day. If guys, everyone in the Discord is invited to my pool. It'll be open. It'll be open this weekend. And if you pee in my pool, it's fine. I pay for the chemicals.
Well, you were just telling us you don't believe in chlorine.
Enough urine makes chlorine.
Yeah, I mean it's sterile.
What's a little pee gonna hurt? You know what I mean? And then we got fucking last question is coming from a real piece of shit. Skating with strategy. Question for the pod: does the pod start at 8 or 8:30 as the default? You're not on the pod, man. Don't worry about it.
I don't think it
Ugh.
matters.
That's crazy.
Oh,
I did
we have
I did
fun.
accidentally forcibly start it at like 8 o'clock this week, but
Mm. Mm.
Also, you skipped over my question, you son of
did
a
I?
bitch.
Where?
Question for my co-hosts: which CMLL luchador should be the official CMLL representative of the New England Patriots?
Okay, I did skip that, but you also have the ability to send that to the wacky line yourself.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Okay. Let me forward it to the wacky line before I answer it. Here, forward wacky
Okay.
line. All right, now.
So that is part of the record.
Yeah, question for my co-host. Which CML luchador should be the official CML representation of the New England Patriots? I got to think about this one.
Not on the roster. I'm gonna say Sadika. Wait, no, I hate the New England Patriots. No, I like Blue Panther. Atlantis Jr. No, Volator Jr.
Oh,
Volator
that's
Jr.
mean. See, I wanted to make it like Zandokin Jr. Sometimes like I'm like a pirate's like a thief and they're cheaters.
No,
Mm,
But
he's
also,
obviously the Buccaneer.
he is obviously
yeah.
Buccaneer. I'm just gonna make it. I don't know. What do you guys? What do you guys think? Which team is Sam's? Is it the Giants? I'm gonna make Neon their representative. For the Patriots. Oh, I don't know. That's really tough.
So is this a thing? Like I know there's a partnership, but does every NFL team have a
No, it's just like they make a little outfit for whoever happens to be there. Like I think they were saying Soberano Jr. has switched teams.
Oh,
Mystico
damn.
was hanging with
Finally.
the Broncos for like a month last year.
I remember that. Yeah.
I feel like Flip Gordon. Does he count?
Yeah, he does.
He does.
I feel like he'd get along with a lot of the football players.
I mean, there's only one way for us to find out. Wait, so that's is that it for the wacky line?
That's it for the wacky line.
Q&AR, whatever.
Q&AR.
I have one more question.
Uh-oh.
Who were all of your high votes so far in the GWE results?
Oh, that's a good question.
So I'm
I've
just
got
gonna say, I'm gonna say something really quick. What's gonna happen from you with the GWE is when everything's finally announced, I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna look at who won number one, and then I'm not gonna think about it again for 10 fucking years.
Well, yeah.
But congratulations to all y'all following along.
Oh, so you don't know your high votes is what you're saying.
I couldn't care less.
Well, I've got the high vote on X-Pac, Juventud Guerrera, and Win Kanamura,
Well, that kind of rules.
aka the greatest stable that never was.
I think I might
You would not be allowed to put women near them.
like all the great stables.
Really.
I think I might just be Trauma 1 and that's it.
Yeah,
I
don't
do think
have
we
any.
should. There's some guy named Sam who's like voting for a lot of weird shit. I think we should just assume that's Sam Damasio.
I like it. Yeah, Trauma 1's there's, like, there's so many people where I'm like, "Man, I can't believe I went so high on Sawa," and then, like, someone has him in their top 20. I was like, "Okay." Also, what's your guys' beef with Jamie Noble?
What?
I like him fine.
You guys called me out for someone called me out for having Jamie Noble on my ballot.
Okay, well you can air out your problems with Steph's with Steph. You
Well,
know,
in 2036, I think a better idea, we might just have Steph write the one list. Just he'll list the top 100 for the whole internet. We'll be like, "Oh, okay."
man, if I'm still watching wrestling in 2036, I hope someone fucking puts a bullet in my brain.
Okay, that's where I'm gonna end the episode.